Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mon Bazou. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Every little bit helps, and it's greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we did a little bit of work. We got our sugar shack all built up. If you remember, we also did a little adventure with our old pickup truck here, and we acquired a new way to make some money by growing and selling catnip. That's what I'm going to call it. Today, a couple things I would like to get done today is I want to get the Konig, which is I think is a BMW. I think I mentioned in the first episode. I want to get this up and running. Now, mind you, we have enough here. Like we have the intake, we have a wheel, we have enough to get it running and driving. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be the fastest car, but we have enough. So I want to get it driving today. We'll take it down to the gas station. We'll put some gas in it. We'll say hello to everybody because we got to start building up some friendship. I also want to get some trees tapped today and connected to our sugar shack. One thing I did not take out of the truck, which I'm hoping is still in the back, is our tubing junction pole, whatever you want to call it. So I have all this stuff in here anyways. It's eventually got to go over to the sugar shack. Oh, where'd we go? It's eventually got to go to the sugar shack, but at least it's here now. Let's get this let's get this car up on all four of its paws, and then we'll take a little scoot into town for its maiden voyage. So we need the spanner. Oop, excuse me. And we need some bolts. Conveniently, there's 5 right here. Now, we also have to go around. I think we have to tighten up some bolts on the car. But we'll do a quick little once over on everything. Make sure everything's all good before we take it off the jack stands and we turn it over. I'll also show you today, too, a little trick I learned. To kind of helping maintain at least your energy while you're spending time at the sugar shack, because once you get the sugar shack operational and to the point where like you have to keep feeding it firewood, or you want to make sure you're one of there to switch out barrels or whatever. I have a little trick I learned that you can kind of help manage your sleep and your sleep and your energy levels while at the sugar shack and not having to go back and forth to the house. Anyways, I'll show you later on in this episode. But let's do a little once over with everything here. Just kind of make sure everything is good. And I think we are. I think the only things they said to tighten some bolts, but I think those are on the other tires that we have already mounted. I just want to do a quick little scan just to double check. So yeah, so this one's 70. 100, 91, 94. So yeah, before you take off into town on this thing, just do a quick little the circle check that we all learned in our defensive driving schools when we were 16. If you didn't take a defensive driving school, comment below where you live and where you drive, so I know not to go there. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're fine. But and just do a little circle check on all your tires just to make sure everything is fine. But we also have the intake to throw on, which I think just takes regular bolts. Takes one here. And then I think it takes a couple that screw into the head. The only thing about this game, I will say, I wish it was more in depth of, is the amount of work you can do on the engines. Now I know Santa Goat, the developer of this game. I don't know if he's done. Like I don't know if the game is done, finished. Like I'm sure they'll make updates down the road, but I think they're working on another game at the moment. So like I think this is kind of like the version it's gonna be for a while, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. But I think that is everything we need to put onto the car. to get it up and running. I think the only other thing we have to do is just go around to check some tire pressures. So this is a little low. I'm just going to put it at 32. I think is kind of like the default pressure for tires. I think it's kind of what I put all my tires as, 32. I think if you look on the door, which I don't think this has a sticker on the door, which kind of would have been sick. But I don't think there's like a PSI, a level of PSI it needs to be at. But anyways, that's fine. Well, we'll do 32. 32 is kind of the amount I use on my vehicles, and then we'll go from there. Oh, school bus. So like if you walk out, he'll stop and you can get in, and this is a free ride into town. Just so you know. But sorry to make you stop. Thank you. Carry on. So if you need to get into town for whatever reason and you don't want to take a vehicle, then that's a great way to do that. Can I do these tires? No. These are set already. Anyways, there's our tire pressures all set on the Konig. We'll be good to take these out, and it can be on its 4 paws again. I say again, but like it's the first time this episode that it's been on all 4 paws. So you know what I mean. But there it is, all set, good to go. I think what I'm going to do is this is full. Everything is full. So I don't really need. I could put some of this in the Konig though. It's already purchased gas. But then I'm just buying the same amount to fill it up anyways. I don't know how much is in it. Just in case there's not a lot. We'll fill it up anyways. Whatever. Alrighty. Get the cap back on. Let's get this closed. We'll throw this in the trunk. And let's head into town here. Ooh, I need to drink some maple syrup first. And poutine. We are also gonna have to go buy some poutine. So if you see here, we have a deep fryer, we have a fry cutter. The only thing missing from the deep fryer is we need a basket, which that is what you get from your mom when you call her. So let's do that right now because I always forget to do that. I'm gonna do this with ooh, I don't have her number right here. Mom, we'll put this in our spreadsheet. 555 2109. Okay, let's give old mom a call here. Let me do this with a mouse. I've done that a lot too. Here we go.
Oh, allô, mon beau garçon!
Beautiful.
Bientôt, là, je vais avoir terminé de faire le ménage de ta chambre. C'est sûr que si je trouve quelque chose, là, je te fais signe.
Alrighty, there we go. So there's that out of the way. So I think once you get to level 50 with mom, she will come and bring you the deep fryer basket that we need to help make our own poutine. All right, she lives. It's got a little over half a tank in it. A little over. The only other downfall with the Konig, it's not a Matic. It's not a Matic. So it is what it is. We'll stop in. We'll say hi to Francis on our way into town. And then we'll go to the gas station. We'll just kind of make our rounds and say hi to everybody. I think we're just going to leave it here running. And we'll just run over. Instead of pulling in and then driving out.
Hey, ben content de te voir, petit frère.
I think it's 25. I think that's the number. I can't remember. All right, let's get into town. All right, let's stop in and we'll see Jill first. say hello to him. You'll learn very quickly that Gilles is kind of the town crank. Some cars make too much noise. Ew. Grow up, Gilles. He's probably saying the same thing to us. Alright. There's Gilles. Another guy, which we'll come to see, he'll be parked here beside the grocery store. I think it's Fridays and Saturdays. I'm not sure about Sundays. I'm not sure. But, ooh! But, anyways, there's a new guy there who'll pop up. He sells performance parts. So when we do want to put some money into this thing, once we get a little bit of cash dollars, that's the guy we're gonna want to. I can't find the key. That's gas is on the other side. Totally forgot. Yep. Totally forgot. Oh well. Fixed. Let's get the car filled, the jerry can filled. And then we'll go in and say hello to folks. Should probably scoot down the road and say hi to Eric too. Keep that friendship going. And then we'll go from there. All right, there we go. $35-ish in gas. Man, I wish gas was that cheap. You know? Anyways, let's get this thrown in the car. It shouldn't spill out. I hope not. Let's go in and say hello to folks. Jacques.
Hey, hein, fait-tu assez beau avec un peu aujourd'hui?
Real nice weather today.
Yes,
yep.
sir.
Well, anyways,
Merci d'être
thanks
venu.
for stopping in.
Okay.
And Normand.
Ouais, tu l'as eu.
What do you want?
Ben,
It's way
trop
too
cher,
expensive
ouais,
to have
il
big
veut,
walls to
ben,
block the
c'est
sound. Now you're starting to see what the money is for. But yeah, there really isn't too much in here that we really need to buy. This is one thing that the Konig is missing. There's just an ABS module. You'll see the ABS light on the dash when we start it up again, but it's not really a problem we need right now. The big thing I want to focus on is having a cash flow coming in, you know? We need some money. That's all there is to it. We need money coming in. Let's go down and we'll say hi to Eric at the Federation. I was like, what is happening? Let's scoot down the road, say hi to him. Maybe we'll stop and we'll pick up a couple more things at Poutine because we are starting to get a little low. We haven't stopped into the snack shack yet, so we'll stop in so you guys can see that. And then we'll head home and we'll start tapping some trees. Get our maple syrup production going. Okay, here we go. I don't think I could have just left it running. This is just a quick stop. I don't think we need anything right now. We do need a barrel, but like that's gonna...
Fédération de sirop d'érable ici, Eric. Avez-vous des questions sur nos produits?
Do I want to make this purchase now? Let's do it.
Ça va être tout?
We're gonna need it. Will this fit in the back seat? Kind of. It's a work truck, guys. It's a work truck. Oh my god, my foot is itchy. What does that mean when the inside of your right foot is itchy? Just that it's itchy? Okay, that's what I thought. We can't use our rearview mirror anymore. That's cool. We'll look. I don't need to shift. I keep moving my finger to the bumper buttons, getting ready to shift. But it's an automagical. Oh, just forgot. Ooh. Maybe I just kind of screwed myself over. No, we should be fine. So this is the snack shack here. So there's a couple different things you can do here at the snack shack. One, you can buy poutine. It's like if you're not making your own, this is kind of where you come to buy it. It's $5 a pop. It's not too bad. We'll buy them out here. We'll buy them out. You can also, I think it's between the hours of 3 and 6. Is that what it is? 1500 and 1800? Excuse me. Over there, please. Sorry, 8 and... Or no. What was that? That's 5... 5 and 6. Oh my god. Between the hours of 5 and 6, you can actually do delivery runs and deliver pizzas to people around town. You can also bag up bags of cut fries. So we can grow potatoes, and then using the French fry cutter in the kitchen, we can actually cut enough fries to fill bags and sell it to him. And it's actually not a bad little profit. It's just, I find in this game you got to kind of find the odd thing here and there to make money. Like, and I think the best things are the things that just like kind of happen on their own. So once we get the power hooked up to the house, our maple syrup production is basically just going to be self-running. We don't have to feed wood into the fire. The only thing we'll have to manage is just barrels, or we can get one of the trailers that you saw that'll just fill up on its own. You can just kind of leave there. Once it's full, take it to the Federation and empty it out. So that's the big thing about maple syrup, is that it's kind of self-sufficient once you get it up and running. It just kind of does its own thing, which is great. And then once we start growing the catnip, that's probably the best money to make, is cat like that, I think. Once you start selling to the dealer, there's a dealer place that's quite the drive, but we won't be going there for quite a bit because we need quite a bit of catnip to be able to take to the dealer. Anyways, we will take this stuff back to the house. We'll load up the truck with all of our maple syrup goods, and we'll start tapping trees and making some maple syrup. I can't see. There we are. I just didn't know what the truck was. Alrighty, we are home. Key, thank you. We are home. Let's unload the car. We'll get our barrel out into the back of the truck, which is great. Let's get the jerry can out of the trunk. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. It's this game can be frustrating. It can be frustrating. It's man, that's well, we're gonna have to find that. Luckily, we don't need the jerry can right away. But once we get our trees tapped, and like we'll need our trees tapped and all the tubing and everything run, we will need the generator for the pump to work. Amazing. Well, let's get these loaded into the truck anyways. We'll go over, we'll tap the trees. I think it'll start drawing syrup if you just tap one. Oh, excuse me. Just about died. I think it will start drawing syrup. If you just tap one, obviously it'll take forever to draw enough to actually start doing something with. But I think, what does it say? 10? Connect 10 maple trees to the shack. And then to do garden. Harvest a plant, make a catnip joint, and sell a pack of catnip joints to a friend. So if you remember, in our first episode, when we stopped at the gas station, Normand, the guy who owns the racetrack, he asked for a little gift. Not a gift. He asked for us to give him something in exchange for money. That is what he was looking for. And I just need this. I think that's it. We'll, I guess we could plant some now. Whoa. Where are you going? Let's do that right now. We'll get some, oh my goodness, excuse me. We'll get some planted. We need our shovel. Where can we do this here? We can do it down here, I guess. Right about there. I'm not sure how many is in the pack. Maybe it's just, is it 1 or 2? It's 2. 2 seeds. Okay. Well, we'll plant these 2. And then we'll bring the watering can down. Get them watered. There we go. Beauty. There we go. There's those. I'm going to leave the shovel back here. Just because instead of walking all the way to the shed. The watering can. So there's a little barrel that catches rainwater from the gutters from the shed. Just put the can in there. It fills up with water. And you just got to give them a shot of water. They don't need a lot. Just boop, boop. And we'll just leave that there. I wonder if that'll fill if it rains. That's a great question. That I don't know either. I'll also need this at the sugar shack as well. So we can start fires, you know? I think, though, we can get this packaged. So this is part of the tubing for the buggy. You don't need to screw or bolt anything down. It just connects via magic, which is... Aww. I forgot we started with one. Damn it. Oh, well. I think that's all we need for the sugar shack. I think I'm going to just have some of this just to hold me over. Just to hold me over. And then just before we end the episode today, I'll show you that trick that I was referencing earlier. Okay. A little panic, no big deal. I'll show you that trick I was referencing earlier about how to help manage your energy levels at the sugar shack without having to go back to the house all the time to sleep or eat. Well, I mean, you'll have to go back to eat. That's, can't really control that, but I meant to also bring the wood splitter. Whoops. Oh well, not a big deal. Not a priority today. Let's just get this stuff sorted. So let's get this barrel in here. Get this barrel in here. Get that set up. That's great. Let's put that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's get this torch. And then we'll just set this up on the shelf. Nope. There we go. Up on the shelf. I'm gonna try and be somewhat neat about this. We'll see. All right, so tubing. Let's just bring these over here. I'm gonna need only one package for sure for now. And then, so the other thing too is like your tubings aren't, how do I put this? They're not limitless. They only go so far. So you have to be a little strategic with how you place your tubings. So what I think I'm going to do is, and last time I did this, I used this guy. And this is going to create like a little junction for us here. So let's just do, I don't know. Where's the best place to put this? I want to try and be like within range of everything. So let's do there. And then we'll just kind of get this going from here to here. Okay, so now we got to tap some trees. So give me my taps. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that either. Oh my god, we are in shambles here. But it's just that easy. So if you just take these, we'll go over here. Here. I think this is far enough. I don't know. This should reach. I know they do go like quite a distance, but like there is a limit to how far it'll go. So we got those, so that's great. I am gonna go across the road. I said I wasn't gonna do that again. Just out of like for visuals, just to not go across roads, but like, you know. All right, let's just stop there, and then we'll go around these trees. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's just get our tubing hooked up here now. Okay, is that? Please tell me. No, I just don't know. Okay, that was the one I was worried about. That was the one I was worried about. Okay, there we go. So we got some trees hooked up now. That's great. Let's continue on here. And will that reach that? No, shot, that'll reach. I bet you that tree's in the way, isn't it? It is. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. We'll just do a little switcheroo here. Okay. Get this hooked back up. Get this hooked back up. There we go. That is one good thing, is you can kind of edit where your lines go. So like if you don't like where one is placed, you can take it off and you reuse that tube. Like you're not wasting a tube. Watch this be in the way now. Oh, we should be good. Yeah. We're golden. So yeah, this is the one I was talking about. This comes right around across the road, which I'm not a huge fan of. But just to get started, we'll leave it there. And then once we get a little more established, we'll... once we get a little more established, we'll then... we'll rejig these a little bit. So this should be number 10. Number 10. So I think what I'll do is I'll just finish this roll. And then I'll go back. We'll fire up the generator, so that's pumping. And then we'll bring the log splitter over. I'll at least go to this tree here. We won't do it all. But at least that there. There's... What's that? That's 13 trees. We'll put this back in the sugar shack. This is where the canner goes, but we don't have that right now, so we'll just use it for these. I need a roll of tubing. Where did I set that other roll of tubing? Did I use both rolls? Did I use both rolls? No. I only remember going through one empty roll. I only... What? Here we go. Whew. Minor brain fart. Don't mind me. Just having a moment. Another thing I'd love to know, and maybe somebody knows the answer to this, if you could leave a comment down below, is you saw there I couldn't attach to the side post, which, like, it makes sense, but sometimes I can. You know? Sometimes I can attach to it. So I was just wondering if people know why I can and sometimes I can't. But anyways, if you know the answer, throw it down in the comments. If not, I verify you don't know. I don't know. Just throw a comment down there. Who cares? Okay. So we got all the taps run that I kind of want to have run so far. Let's go back to the house. We'll fire up the generator. And then we'll come back with the wood splitter. We'll get that hooked up. Hooked up to the truck and bring it over. You know what I mean. Oh my god. Doesn't want to turn. Let's see if I can do this without going in third person. Let's try that. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close. Alright, let's get this thing fired up. It's full gas. We're all set. Rip cords right here. There we go. We are up and running. So there's one thing that I will say is, which it's accurate, is the pump on the sugar shack, sorry, will only pull sap if it's warm enough. Oop, I missed the road. It'll only pull sap if it's warm enough. So right now it has power, but if we go up to it, it'll probably say it's too cold. See if I can back this in on the first try. I am gonna go third person for this though. Oh. Look at me go. Man, I tell you, sometimes I surprise myself. I will admit, I'm not the best person, like, for backing up. I'm just not. But, you know. We nailed it. Alright, so we have power. Just to confirm. We have lights, which is great. It's not going to do us any good right now, though, because like I mentioned, it is too cold. So if we come up to the pump here, it's got a light, which is great. Too cold outside. We have 14 maple trees connected, so kind of bad, it says. So it's not going to pull a lot of maple syrup, but you know it will do the job. All right, the last thing I said I was going to do was show you the little trick that I found or came across, I guess, while grinding out maple syrup. Just because it is so monotonous. But we'll head back to the house. That's how we swear. We'll head back to the house. We're going to go to bed so that way we get a fresh day. And then it's light out, so it's a little bit easier to see. So once we get back to the house and it's a new day, I'll show you the trick. Alrighty, it is morning time. I took care of our stats. So I'm going to show you what I've learned about the trick that I found. So as you get into this game, you're going to realize really quickly that you're going to be spending a lot of time in the sugar shack, whether it's early on and you don't have power hooked yet, and you got to keep feeding the wood stove food, or you're switching out barrels or whatever. You're going to be spending a lot of time there. There's just no getting around it. What I've figured out is you can sleep in the back of the Konigs in the back seat. You can sleep there, which is fantastic. Another thing I found out is you can sleep on this back seat when it's not installed. I think you're getting what I'm getting at here. I think you're understanding what I do. Nope, missed. That'll work. I think you're getting what we're doing. We are taking the back seat out of the Konig, and we are going to put it in the sugar shack. Wait. That'll work. All right, so we're done with this. We can put this back. Thank you. I don't need that anymore. It's light enough now. So let's take the back seat out. Because, I mean, like, when I figured this out actually because once we had the garage built and I was working on the Konig, I had taken the back seat out of it because, one, we don't need the back seat in it. We never use it. And I think they account for weight in the cars. So, like, the less you have in it, the less it weighs. So I had the back seat out of it. It was just sitting in the back garage. I was working on the car. It was getting late. My energy level was super high. I'm like, oh, I'll just sleep on the back seat of the Konig that's just sitting in the corner of the garage. And then it dawned on me, wait, why don't I just put this in the sugar shack? Because, like, at least in the garage, I'm right beside the house. I can run in and sleep if I have to. Like, it's not going to take me very long to get from the garage to the house. But, like, if you're out in the sugar shack, it can take a while to get from the sugar shack. Like if you're in desperation to get from the house from the sugar shack to the house, you can literally just sleep right here. You never have to leave. Like if you just have a bunch of wood cut, which typically I stack wood here, I just to keep it there, like you can literally just hang out in here, and you can bring your sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So if you can save the game at the computer in your house, and it'll actually jump time for you. So I think I don't know how long it's hours. Anyways, it'll jump time for you. And it saves the game. You go ahead in time. So like if you're waiting for maple syrup to boil, that's a great way to do it. There's also a portable game console in the house on the couch beside the computer. You can take that, and if it's fully charged, you have like 3 saves. So like sometimes I'll take the game console with me to the sugar shack, and I'll just save a couple times, and then obviously you have to go back and charge it. But at least you're jumping time, because like that's the big thing with this game is like it can take a lot of time and grinding to get some money coming in. But yeah, so that's the little trick I found, is just taking the back seat out of the Konig and putting it into the sugar shack, because God knows you spend a lot of time here when you're grinding. Anyways, that is where I'm gonna have to turn things off for today, but thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Every like and every subscribe goes a long way, and I appreciate every one of them. So thank you guys so much who have done so already, and if you haven't, please do. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.